Howdy out there, folks. Today we'll be talking about True Romance, film directed by Tony Scott and written by Quentin Tarantino, starring Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Chris Walken. If that isn't a terrific, almost just insanely perfect cast, I don't know what is. And of course, James Gandolfini is in it as well. We can't forget him. And I'm sure that his performance was probably what led him to get the Sopranos role. At least that's my suspicion. But here we are. This is the Arrow Video Ultra HD 4K release that, as folks who buy 4K movies probably know, 4K discs are region free. You can play them anywhere in the world. So this is out of England. So this is the Arrow release out of the UK, and you can see here, as indicated by the rating, but it easily and willingly plays in my 4K disc player here in the States without incident. So this movie here, I saw it in theaters when it came out in '93, and it was really, I think, one of the best crime caper type films I've ever seen. It's just such an interesting character study of a lot of flawed people with just a stellar performance really by everyone. But I think the standout, of course, is Gary Oldman. Goodness gracious, what a versatile actor he is. He just absolutely inhabited the role of Drexel. And talk about an actor who's just a complete chameleon. He really can play anything. But his performance in that small part was just such a standout. I think it's one of his most interesting and compelling performances over his entire career. And he's been involved with several excellent films and given just, invariably great performances. I remember when I first saw Gary Oldman back in a film, I believe, called Criminal Law with Kevin Bacon, and Gary Oldman, I believe, played an attorney. That's a really good little flick, and Gary Oldman was terrific in it. Sid and Nancy is another one that comes to mind. But in any case, this flick is just such a riot to watch. I've seen it many times, and the transfer looks absolutely stellar. It looks like a brand new movie, and the soundtrack, of course, the sound design, everything is on par with what you would expect from a film that's just deserving of that kind of excellence. I think it's personally Quentin Tarantino's most interesting script that he apparently wrote when he was rather young, I believe, in his teenage years. But I think the juxtaposition of Quentin Tarantino's words and Tony Scott's direction was a really good pairing. And with this cast, it just completely hits on all cylinders for me. I think that this is an A film. I watch it probably once every couple of years. I also love the soundtrack. The score is great as well. The steel drums are a nice touch. Dennis Hopper and Chris Walken, that interrogation scene was just absolutely sublime. In fairness, I think if there is one criticism that's levied against the film that I think is fair, is that it does in many ways seem to be a film of several really amazing scenes. I think the movie, as it's stitched together, works as well, but I think in some instances you could probably make the case that the individual parts are better than the sum. But even still, those individual parts are just absolutely pitch perfect and feature some of the best acting I've seen in a film of this genre. So on that note, take care, everyone. If you've not seen True Romance, I highly recommend you do give it a watch. And if you do like it, this 4K Ultra HD disc is pretty much the best the film has ever looked and absolutely worth the pickup. Take care.